Yo guys, welcome to the last lap. Don't forget to drop a lovely, juicy 5-star rating if you're watching on Apple Podcasts or Spotify. Hope you enjoy, and let's get into it. So basically, we haven't talked about this actually, but the FIA have basically summoned its own personnel to see the steward.
FIA summons the FIA.
The most FIA sentence I've ever heard in my life. They have summoned themselves to discuss what happened at the end of the race, I'm going to assume, where Esteban Ocon was trying to pit on the final lap because he waited till the end.
I think he's allowed to do that.
Yeah, he's allowed to do that, that's fine. That's absolutely, he's calm. Right,
yeah.
What isn't allowed in the pits is a load of people walking across the pit lane.
Not just walking across, but pulling out a barrier to close it.
Oh my God, it's so stupid. Like,
we all saw it coming. We all saw it coming.
Yeah, it's like the people who are dragging that barrier out, they are actual FIA employees. They should know what's going on.
It says their own personnel. They work for the FIA. If they don't have a radio that is telling them, like, okay, go now, they've just like looked on the track and gone,
well, it's the end of the race.
Right,
Okay, why not?
lap.
You guys can, but on the radio, you could hear Ted Kravitz being like, "Oh my God!" Like, there's people on the
the entire last lap. The entire last lap, he was talking
was
about
like
that.
stressing because he knows someone's like possibly going to get hit. I even think like Australia when Alex pitted right at the end. I seem to remember on his onboard there was something like someone. Like it was like one person, I think.
Yeah.
But it was like a whole.
It was a crew.
It was like 30 people.
The whole squad lined up on this.
Honestly, it's
absolutely ridiculous.
no, it's mental. And just when I think the FIA does not have anything left in the tank to pull out this one, honestly,
We've got one more in me.
We've got to summon our own personnel, people. So you're going to get to even summon these people. You got to
Summon them to themselves.
Yeah.
So I was out
meeting.
there, and
Put a mirror
I should
down.
get this penalty.
Put a table with a mirror and have a discussion with themselves.
Yeah, the safety thing is a howler because what was it? Japan last year with the tractor on track.
Yeah, man.
Like
It's just disaster.
it's somebody's got. If we're not careful, someone's going to come hard on these guys and literally be like, right, we need to suspend. You know,
The nature of this conversation, like, I'm gonna be funny, right? The nature of this chat we're having after, if someone gets hit and has their ankle taken off, like you know what I mean? That's all it takes, and this could easily have happened. Like we watched if you haven't seen the Ocon on boards, find it on it's sketchy.
It's very bad.
It's mad,
He's almost hit like 3 different people.
Like we look at these cars, right? You get used to them going 150, 160, 200 mile an hour, right?
Yeah.
But when you're going down the pits, they're not going slow.
No.
Like they're still doing like 60 mile an hour, 50 mile an hour, whatever they're doing. Like if you get caught by a front wing, like
it's game. Yeah, you're right.
You know, like when they
game over for your leg, man.
You know when they go and park the car sort of for the starting grid. You know when they just sort of roll it under the wheels, like on track. Like you'd be scared enough with that alone. If that's coming at you, you didn't see it. Like you'd be like, oh crap, I need to get out of the way. When a car's coming down at 40, 50, 60 miles an hour, what is like go on the motorway and do 60 miles an hour? You see what kind of damage that can do.
Yeah.
It's madness. It's absolutely mad. And what was it what they used to sort of barrier it off?
Oh,
It's just like a tape. It's like a rope.
Yeah.
Which
also
also
like a supermarket.
If you think about it, it's a ridiculous thing. Be like, oh, pit lane's closed. Don't drive in here. We'll put a small rope across it to stop these cars going 200 miles an hour at head height for the drivers as well. Like when you think about that,
I'm so glad that we can sit here and laugh about it and whatnot because it could have been horrific. I mean, those images, you just think, come on, you know, because even Ocon's probably bricking it himself, thinking, oh my God.
no idea what's going on.
No.
Yeah.
Why are they there?
I mean, it's the head-on screenshot where the DHL barrier is, where it's like, I mean, there are genuinely, there's about 9 people there. Like, obviously, there's a lot of people in the area, but there's genuinely 9 people on pit road that if they didn't move, he would have hit. That is just like that's not acceptable.
Because you can forgive the teams. You can forgive the teams being out there. You know, like if the Ferrari garage is not too far or whatever. Like some of their personnel's out on thing because they're thinking, oh, we're going to run to the checkered flag, blah blah. No. It's the people who know the rules, what's going on, and they know that Ocon hasn't pitted yet.
Yeah,
and we've just seen Hulkenberg do it.
It looks like a combination of media people, so photographers and stuff, with all their bibs on. And then FIA actual officials.
So they should be reporting what's going on, the media people, all right? If not taking footage or whatever. But
I watched the fucking race. He's not pitted.
He has to pit. It's literally, like, I'm not being funny,
He has to pit. That car's not gone down the pit lane once.
Yeah.
It has to.
Not once.
You know what's also mad, right? It wasn't a good race. Yeah.
No.
It's not like there was other things.
It's not like they were distracted.
This was the only thing that was going to happen in like the last 10 laps of the race was, Ocon and Hulkenberg need to pit at some point. That's all we talked about. But like the final third of the race is, they've not pitted. When they're going to pit?
They would have just seen Hulkenberg come past, like 20 seconds earlier. That would have. You think that would have reminded them?
Honestly.
And they would have been like, Hulkenberg has finally pitted. Is that everyone?
Yeah.
Yep.
It is right.
Once again,
Get the barrier. Someone get the rope.
Finding a way to take the plaudits.
Honestly,
take the headlines.
God, jeez.
Because even with the pit lane thingy with what was it, Russell and it was the other one, was it Stroll? Yeah. We were sitting there saying, is it legal? Is it not legal? And FIA don't know, and I'm sure we'll find out tomorrow about that as well. Wednesday we're going to find out. Oh, by the way, George Russell's been penalised, or whoever it is, right, has been penalised for this situation, and we'll start at the back of the grid in Miami. Like, it's just going to be a mess.
Well, hopefully Miami delivers a banger because it's been pretty slim pickings.
It's not been a great start to the season, has it? This has probably been one of the most underwhelming starts to F1 season I can remember.
Yeah.
Because we've had 4 Grand Prix now. Not a single one has been one where I've been like, that was good.
No bangers.
Australia actually was interesting because of the end. But in terms of like the actual race, I wouldn't say it was it wasn't bad, actually. It wasn't bad.
Albon
had bits.
Yeah, Albon been in it at first.
Sports sometimes it ebbs and flows. You get worldy seasons like 21, and you get, but it will come back. And again, I'm confident that given a bit more time, by the end, I'm already talking about next season, but I think next season will be a lot more competitive.
There's 20 races. There's like 19 races to go.
Jesus Christ, lads.
Going to be a long one. But you're going to be here to enjoy the ride with us, right? Every single race. Podcast every week. Race watch long stream every single race.
Yeah, mate.
This made it much better. If I was sat at home watching this, I would have been asleep.
See, exactly. Sure, we kept you awake. No nap time for you.
Sorry, disrupting your sleep schedule.
Pete, Sam, thank you again for coming on.
Pleasure.
Really appreciate you both taking the time.
Pleasure.
Mr. V's Garage, McLaren Fan TV.
Yeah.
Peter on pole.
Check them out. Links are in the description down below. If you're watching on YouTube, of course. If you're watching on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever you audio only listen through just your little ears.
Yeah, nice. Yeah. All big ears. We don't discriminate.
Yeah, small ears, big ears.
All ears welcome.
They just shout it from the rooftops. If you listen hard enough, anywhere you are.
True. We are that loud. Where else can they find us, Niran?
Ladies and gentlemen, obviously, as we mentioned, you can find us on YouTube, you can find us on Spotify, you can find us on all audio platforms. You can also find us in the little view box of like a disposable camera. We're in there as well.
Nice.
So the visuals are in there. You just got to like squint a little bit.
Can they find us in your fedora?
Yes, they can. They can actually find us in the hula hoops that are inside.
Nice.
Nice little magic trick there for everyone. And there's a rabbit in there somewhere as well. You can find us in there, and also you can find us on the back of a Heinz baked beans tin. But that's audio only. You just get a little QR code and you just scan it.
My dad used to like cold baked beans.
Cold baked beans.
Oh,
so they've not been microwaved at all.
Yeah,
just straight out of the can.
Questionable.
Yeah, your dad is
questionable. It wasn't good.
Sorry, bro.
It wasn't
no,
good.
okay, that's worse than this. The pit lane thing is bad, but the beans thing is way worse.
Unforgivable.
Jesus Lord.
Honestly.